Take a deep breath and let the noise of the world fade away. You did not click on this by chance. You are not listening to these words by accident. The universe has paused your busy routine and brought you to this exact moment because heaven has issued a decree over your life. For a long time, you have felt like you were wandering in a holding pattern. You've wondered why certain doors slammed shut, why promises seemed to vanish into thin air, and why the road ahead looked so steep and solitary. But today, the divine architect is pulling back the curtain. Every step, every delay, and every unexpected detour was part of a master plan. You have arrived at the threshold of a monumental transition. This is your divine appointment. We serve a God who operates outside of human calendars. When the world says you are running out of time, heaven says you are perfectly on time. You are standing on the edge of a massive spiritual and physical shift, a season of divine restoration and wealth transfer that was written into your story before you took your very first breath. The heavy, stagnant air of your past season is breaking. A holy wind is blowing in your favor, clearing out the debris of old blockages and paving a straight highway for your advancement. Lift your head. The waiting room is closing, and the door to your inheritance is swinging wide open. Perhaps no one around you has ever truly seen the depth of your sacrifice. Maybe you grew up feeling invisible or walked through seasons where you poured out your heart, gave your last dollar, and extended love, only to receive silence in return. You chose honesty when compromise would have been easier. You chose forgiveness when revenge felt justified. You stayed soft in a world that urged you to become hard. People may have overlooked your quiet obedience, but heaven kept a perfect ledger. Every single tear you wiped away in secret, every desperate prayer you whispered in the middle of the night when the walls felt like they were closing in, not one of them was lost. God was not silent because he was absent. He was silent because he was executing a masterpiece in the background. Your faithfulness under pressure has built a spiritual foundation that can support the weight of the immense blessings now heading your way. You survived the fire without letting the heat consume your heart. You witnessed cruelty and chose to remain a vessel of love. That is not weakness. That is a rare, supernatural strength forged in the dark. Because you stood firm when everything screamed at you to run, heaven has singled you out. The blessings arriving in this next hour will feel completely different because they are custom tailored to align with your soul's true calling. Let this truth settle deep into your spirit. Your struggles were never punishments. They were the refining fire of the Creator. Like a seed buried deep in the dark, cold earth, you felt crushed. But you weren't being buried. You were being planted. Your capacity had to be expanded. If you had received this level of influence, wealth, and spiritual authority years ago, it might have crushed you. The waiting was not a denial. It was a divine preservation. God was strengthening your roots so that when your branches bear massive fruit, you will not collapse under the weight of your own success. You have been trained in the secret place. You have learned how to trust when you couldn't see, how to praise when you were hurting, and how to hold on to hope when despair knocked at your door. This training has made you unshakable. Now, the calibration is complete. The lessons have become wisdom. The pain has turned into a powerful authority. Heaven is aligning resources, strategic relationships, and sudden opportunities to match the caliber of who you have become. You are ready to step into high places without losing your soul, and you are ready to hold abundance with a heart of pure integrity. Watch closely. because the shift is happening in real time. This is not a promise for a distant, vague future. The momentum is building right now. An unstoppable momentum is breaking through your financial, spiritual, and relational realms. Doors you forgot about, doors you assumed were locked forever, are going to open effortlessly. You won't have to claw your way through, and you won't have to beg for a seat at the table. God is building a table specifically for you. Opportunities will begin to seek you out. Resources that were held back by spiritual opposition are being released into your hands. This is a divine transfer of wealth, wisdom, and influence. It is happening to show the world what happens when the favor of the Creator rests upon a faithful servant. Every skeptic who counted you out, everyone who assumed your best days were behind you, and every voice that whispered you would never make it, they are about to witness the miraculous power of God's elevation in your life. Your rise will not be loud or arrogant. It will be quiet, undeniable, and stunningly beautiful. Therefore, do not shrink back. Do not let fear tell you that you are unworthy of this upgrade. The same grace that carried you through the valley is now elevating you to the mountaintop. Walk with the quiet confidence of someone who knows heaven has their back. Your season of constant struggle is over. Your season of divine acceleration has officially begun. What used to take years will now take days. Where there was barrenness, there will now be supernatural multiplication. Rise up in your spirit. Shake off the dust of disappointment. Let go of the gravity of past hurts, and step boldly into the light of this new dawn. Your story is shifting from a narrative of survival to a testimony of triumph. You are the chosen one, the anointed one preserved for such a time as this. Receive this breakthrough. Claim this peace. Walk into your destiny, knowing that your victory is already secured, your elevation is ordained, and your rise is completely unstoppable. The wait is over. Your moment is now.